Hi, welcome to Lesson 32, Session 4. Today is our refine session where we're taking everything that we've learned about representing problems in the coordinate plane and putting it together. We're going to take, and we've learned so much about the coordinate plane over the last couple of weeks, and so it's really fun to be able to take real world data and to show how we can put that data into a coordinate plane using tables, using ordered pairs, having a geometric shape on in a coordinate plane. It's really cool that all of the things that we can do with it. And so we're going to take all that we've learned and put it all together today. We'll be working in our Ready Classroom Math Workbook on pages 675 through 678. And today's the refine session, so it's the day that I don't do the problems with you. I go over all of the problems and help you with a few little notes that might be helpful, but you're going to be doing the work on your own. Let's go ahead and go to page 675. All right, so on page 675, they want you to do this. Plot the points 4, 4, 8, 4, 3, 1, and 7, 1 in the coordinate plane. Use the points to draw two parallel horizontal segments. So you're going to put 4 points on here, and they're going to be something like this. Okay, it's going to make some sort of, they won't necessarily be the same length. They might be, but they won't necessarily be the same. But you're going to draw 4 points that are going to be, that could potentially make a four-sided shape, but you're not going to be connecting those 4 sides. Okay, then you're going to draw 2 parallel lines. Remember, parallel lines are lines that are horizontal. Remember, horizontal is going side to side, and parallel are 2 lines that go on forever and ever and never will connect. So if you have those 2 lines and you draw them straight, they will never, ever, ever intersect. So then you're going to label the top segment A, B. So one end is going to be A, the other end is going to be B. Then you're going to label the endpoints of the bottom segment. You're going to label this end C and this end D. Then they want to know, this is really what you're answering, which is hilarious. Like, you have to do all this work just to answer this question. What is the distance between points A and B? So if you label this segment A and B, you're going to tell me across this horizontal line, what is the distance from point A to point B? And then what is the distance from point C to point D? And you're going to write that down. So A to B is going to be that many units. And then C to D is going to be that many units. And you're going to find that out. So go ahead and write that down. You can always pause at any time if I'm going a little too fast for you, because I'm going to move through this pretty swiftly. But you can get all these notes down and then just press play when you've gotten all those notes. Okay, for number 2. What is the area of the rectangle? Oh, hang on a second. What is the area of the rectangle EFGH shown in the coordinate plane? Show your work. So remember, area is the length times the width. So you want to take one side and then another side, and you're going to multiply those two to find the area. So the area equals how many square units? Because remember, whenever you multiply to find area, your answer is in square units. For number 3, Mr. Palmer uses the coordinate plane to design his bulletin board. So this is how it is right now. He decides he's going to move the rules 2 units to the right and 3 units down. What ordered pair represents the new location of rules? So he's going to move rules over and down. So which of these 4 ordered pairs show the new location for the rules? Now, Maya chose C as her correct answer. How did she get that answer? If she's correct, just tell me why she's correct. If she's not correct, then you need to tell me what Maya may have done wrong. All right, number 4. For number 4, the coordinate plane shows the relationship between the amount of water in a bathtub the amount of water in a bathtub, and the amount of time the faucet has been turned on. What do the coordinates of the point 3, 6 represent in this situation? So where 3, we've got 3 and 6. This is point 3, 6. What does that mean? Tell me in words what the point 3, 6 means. Number 5, use the coordinate plane from problem 4. So you're going to use this same coordinate plane. How many minutes must the faucet be turned on for there to be 8 gallons of water in the bathtub? So using the information that you have, keep in mind every time you move over 1 unit, how many units do you move up? So if there were 8 gallons of water, where would that 8 intersect with how many minutes would it be? So go ahead and you will do that on your own. Number 6, if you're looking at the triangle ABC, which directions describe moving from point C to point B? So we want to know if you're going from point C to point B, what do you need to do? Keeping in mind that left is going that direction and right is going that direction. So look at each of these directions and decide how you get from point C over to point B. There's a couple different ways you might do it. So I don't know which way the book is going to have you go. You have to decide, but you might move up and then over, or you might move over and then up. I'm not sure what the book is going to ask you to do. I mean, I know, but I want you to figure it out. Okay, for number 7, draw a rectangle in the coordinate plane below with one vertex at the origin. So one of your vertices, one vertex needs to be at the origin, and it needs to have an area of 20 square units. So, and then you're going to label the vertices of your rectangle R, S, T, U. Now, it doesn't matter what corner is labeled what. You can choose where you want to put R, S, T, and U, but you need to draw a rectangle that has an area of 20 square units or 20 units, okay? Now, think to yourself, what are multiples of 20? That's really going to help you to do this, because if you can think of your multiples of 20, it's going to help you to pretty easily draw that square. For part B, you're going to write the ordered pairs of the points R, S, T, and U. So you're going to have R, and then that's going to have your ordered pair, S, with your ordered pair, T, and then U. So you're going to write 4 ordered pairs for each corner of that rectangle. You might want to check and make sure you did number 7 right before you move on with your teacher, just so you don't do number 7 part A wrong, and then it will mess up part B and part C. So maybe just check with your teacher after you do part A. Then for part C, how do you know the area of the rectangle RSTU is 20 square units? Just use the equation and show me how you know that the area would be 20 square units. Using what you know, the area equals length times width. And then finally, for number 8, the coordinate plane shows the relationship between the number of bikes Harry repairs and the number of days he works at the bike shop. Describe 2 things you know from looking at the points on the graph. Use coordinates in each of your descriptions. So you're going to show me 2 things you know. So you might say, if Harry works, I'm going to use this example. Do not write this one, okay? The point 110, the coordinate 110, shows that if Harry works for 1 day, he can repair 10 bikes. So that would be an example of something that you could say. So there's, many, many more things you can say about this. So come up with 2 conclusions that you can write and put those down. When you're done, you are done for the day. If you have any questions, you can email your teacher. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.